3 years ago, I had the opportunity to review the Nanoleaf Essential Smart Lights and found them impressive. These smart lights added a vibrant, colourful touch to my home. They consistently worked well in HomeKit and Apple Home without any issues via Thread. Nanoleaf has now expanded its Essentials product line to include some GU10. However, what sets them apart from the other versions is the support for Matter, making them compatible with Apple Home and other smart home platforms, whereas the first generation was HomeKit only. But this does have its advantages, as I will explain later on in the review. The Nanoleaf Essentials GU10 features 16 plus million colors and tunable whites. They have a maximum brightness of 400 lumens, with a color temperature ranging from 2700 Kelvin to 6500 Kelvin. These connect via Matter over Thread into Apple Home and other smart home platforms, and integration within Apple Home via Matter, if this review helps you out and you choose to buy some of these smart lights. Then you can find some links in the description that take you to retailers that support this channel at no extra cost to you, but it's greatly appreciated as it helps supports this channel continue to make content. Continue to watch this review to find out my thoughts on the Matter version of the Nanoleaf Essentials GU10. Let's start with design and features. The smart bulbs just look like ordinary GU10 bulbs and don't appear to have any additional bulk, unlike the Philips Hue versions, which I found harder to place in my ceiling mounts. The Nanoleaf Essentials GU10 features 16 plus million colors and tunable whites. They have a maximum brightness of 400 lumens with a color temperature ranging from 2700 Kelvin to 6500 Kelvin. They can connect either with Thread or Matter over Thread. You can control them through the Nanoleaf app, voice assistants like Siri, and integration within Apple Home via Matter. It's important to emphasize that for the Nanoleaf GU10 to function, you'll require a Matter-compatible smart home hub with Thread support to connect to an Apple Home. Examples of such hubs, serving as both Matter hubs and Thread border routers, include the Apple HomePod Mini, the latest generation Apple TV 4K, and the most recent HomePod full size. Now let's look at setup. Installing the GU10s is just like replacing any other light in your home. Take out the old one, and then screw in place the new smart light. Once the Nanoleaf bulb's installed, I turned on the power. I then used my iPhone to finish off the setup process. Nanoleaf does suggest using its own app first and then connecting them to Apple Home. So I set them up in the Nanoleaf app, and then at this point I should have been able to add the smart bulb directly to Apple Home. However, it said it was already connecting when in fact it was not. So I decided to head into the Apple Home app to see if I could get it connected. Setup up in the Home app should be like any other device in HomeKit. You scan the code, add to a room, name the design, and add to any automations that you desire. However, scanning the Matter code didn't work and I had to input the code manually. Once I inputted the code, the setup process seemed to take forever to bind the smart bulb to Apple Home. Let's take a look at using them in Apple Home. The Nanoleaf GU10 worked just like any other smart light device in Apple Home with dimming, color controls in the app. So right in the Home app, you can control the brightness of the Nanoleaf bulbs and adjust the color choices using the scroll wheel. I found this to be fast and responsive. They also work with Siri with commands like Siri, turn on the lights. I found this worked fine and with no noticeable lag. It's when I came to HomeKit automations that I got the most out HomeKit control with smart bulbs. This is because I included the smart bulbs into my existing HomeKit automations, which allowed me to turn off and on at certain points in the day. So for instance, I included them in my goodnight scene to turn them off, but also included them in a scene in my cinema room to turn on when activated. While the original Nanoleaf Essentials are certified for use with HomeKit only, and this means HomeKit adaptive lighting. The Matter versions are not, and this is because Matter does not support this Apple feature. So this is a limitation if you opt for the Matter versions of the Essentials line. However, Nanoleaf do not make the HomeKit only versions in the GU10 light fitting. Before we continue with the video, I just want to introduce you to HomeKit Authority if you are watching a video for the first time of ours. This is an online community dedicated to everything HomeKit and smart home. We cover the latest news about Apple's smart home platform, honest and detailed reviews and tutorials that help you get the most out of HomeKit. While you are here, don't forget to check out the rest of the videos on this channel, and if you would like to stick around and be part of this community, then we would love to have you. So hit the subscribe button and bell to be notified when new content lands. You can also follow us on other social platforms, including Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, for more content at Follow HomeKit. Thank you for your support. Let's get back into the video. Now let's take a look at the Nanoleaf app. Whilst I usually prefer managing my smart devices in the Apple Home app, when it comes to Nanoleaf devices, I often utilize its app for more extensive customization. The Nanoleaf app is truly delightful when paired with any of its lighting products, offering access to 16 million colors and allowing complete customization. The app provides access to color palettes, scenes, and allows you to create your own light options. In the basic section, there's a rainbow palette enabling the selection of different colors for solid lighting effects, while favorites allows you to save frequently used colors and brightness settings. The real gem lies in the scenes section, where you can either opt for pre-designed Nanoleaf scenes or craft your own, giving you options like northern lights and morning sky. Nanoleaf also gives you the option to create your own light colors and patterns, allowing you to construct the scene that you desire. It's versatile enough to let you select your own color schemes. You can also choose from 7 different patterns such as fade, float, flow, burst, and organic. Within each of these options, you can tailor how quickly each pattern cycles through the colors. Nanoleaf offers another way for you to customize your lighting, and it's so fast and easy, you'd think it was magic. That's why they called it Magic Scenes. After selecting Magic Scenes, all you have to do is simply type in a word that you want your lights to emulate, and then tap Let's Go. Then watch the magic happen. A scene will generate with a color palette that magically matches the word you typed in. You can even see a preview of that palette playing in the app. Name your scene with your chosen word, save it, and then you can enjoy your custom magic scene whenever the mood strikes. For more advanced magic scene magic, set the mood for any party by typing in the theme of your celebration, like Party Night, saving the scene, and then editing it to change the motion to a rhythm motion. Let's now look at the performance. The Nanoleaf Essentials GU10 bulbs boast a palette of 16 million colors and achieve a maximum brightness of 400 lumens. After using these bulbs in my home, I observed a notable enhancement in illumination compared to similarly priced smart bulbs, such as those from the IKEA smart home range. Furthermore, I've noted the Nanoleaf Essentials exhibit excellent color accuracy. These smart bulbs deliver a performance akin to the more costly Hue lights from Philips. It's worth mentioning, however, that the overall brightness is slightly diminished when using color modes in comparison to the Philips Hue bulbs. During my testing, I did notice on more than one occasion that the bulbs would exhibit no response. Although this was only for a brief moment, I did want to mention this, and it was isolated to just 2 of the 3 bulbs. So to wrap up this review, the Nanoleaf Essentials smart bulbs are impressive, and they have surprised me with the performance given the price point. At £19.99, they are just over half the price of the Philips Hue colour bulbs. I have found the light performance better than lights around the same price point, and while the colour performance just falls short of the Hue standard. These smart bulbs have earned a place in my HomeKit setup and replaced the IKEA colour bulbs I had already. I love the fact they come with thread support built in and not only provide near instant response because of this. But as mentioned, I have experienced no response on a number of occasions when using these. If you're after HomeKit adaptive lighting, then with these Matter versions, you are out of luck. Matter does not support this Apple feature. So this is a limitation if you opt for the Matter versions of the Essentials line. However, Nanoleaf do not make the HomeKit only versions in the GU10 light fitting. I also found the setup process fiddly and cumbersome. It didn't seem to work well at all, and not my experience when setting up other Matter and Apple Home devices. I did repeat the setup process a number of times and got mixed experiences. Sometimes it would work as expected, and other times it didn't. Overall, I am impressed with the Matter versions of the Nanoleaf Essential lineup once you get them connected, and it's great to see a GU10 at a competitive price. However, if I am honest, I do prefer the HomeKit only versions personally. This is mainly down to the fact I have not experienced many issues with no response with these, and that they support HomeKit adaptive lighting. So that's a wrap on this review, and hopefully you have found it useful. If you have, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. You can check out other videos on this channel and follow us on social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Follow HomeKit. Thanks very much. I will speak to you soon.